Following his impressive victory over Ilya at UFC Freedom 250, Justin Gaethje has found himself in a strong position with several exciting options for his next fight. As one of the top names in the lightweight division, Gaethje knows there are plenty of big opportunities ahead. While speaking about his future plans, he revealed that he will be sitting front row at UFC 329. He also made it clear that one matchup still interests him, saying he would love the chance to punch Conor in the face inside the octagon. Those comments quickly grabbed attention and added even more fuel to the ongoing discussion surrounding Conor's return. During the UFC 329 media day, Conor was asked to respond to Gaethje's statement. The former two-division champion showed absolutely no interest in the potential matchup and immediately brushed the idea aside. Conor responded by saying, "Yeah, join the queue, join the queue. There are plenty of people waiting already." He then acknowledged that Gaethje currently holds the lightweight title before reminding everyone of Gaethje's brutal knockout loss to Max Holloway. Conor said that Holloway left him face down, badly face down, making it clear that result still stands out in his mind. He added that he is not even thinking about fighting Gaethje right now because his focus is elsewhere. Conor also hinted that he is unsure whether he even wants to return to light, explaining that another goal has captured his attention. Instead, he revealed that the idea of becoming a three-division world champion is something that truly motivates him. He finished his response by telling Gaethje to show a little more respect before dismissing him once again with a harsh insult. For now, Conor appears completely focused on chasing history rather than entertaining a fight with Justin Gaethje. Moving on to another news. Despite years of bad blood between Conor and Khabib's team, there appears to be a growing level of respect between both sides. Recently, Islam admitted that Conor's return would be a positive development for the sport of MMA, saying that having one of the biggest stars back in action is good for the entire industry. Now, it seems that respect may be going both ways. During a recent interview with Complex, Conor was asked where he would rank Islam among the greatest fighters of all time. Many fans expected another controversial answer, but instead, Conor offered some surprisingly high praise for the reigning champ. According to Conor, Islam has built a tremendous body of work across two divisions and has firmly earned his place in the GOAT conversation. He also suggested that people around Islam may already be talking about retirement, but he believes the champion still has plenty left to accomplish inside the octagon. Conor explained that Islam should not rush into walking away because he still has more great performances ahead of him. The biggest surprise came when Conor ranked Islam above two of the most respected names in MMA history. He said he places Islam ahead of both Daniel Cormier and Khabib based on everything he has achieved so far. Those comments quickly caught the attention of fans, especially considering the long history of rivalry between Conor and Khabib's camp. Even with their past differences, mutual respect between elite fighters continues to grow across the sport today. Moving on to another news. Benoit Denis recently admitted that he was initially disappointed when the UFC offered him a fight against Paddy Pimblett instead of one of the division's top 5 contenders. Going into this stage of his career, Bobby believed he had already done enough to earn a matchup with one of the highest-ranked light. Because of that, his first reaction to the offer was frustration, as he felt he was ready for a bigger opportunity in the title picture. However, after taking a few hours to think about it, his perspective completely changed. Benoit explained that the matchup with Paddy is actually a massive opportunity because of the attention it brings and the position Paddy currently holds in the division. He said he quickly became motivated and realized that this fight could be just as valuable as facing a top 5 opponent. According to Benoit, Paddy is viewed as one of the leading contenders in the lightweight division, making this a significant challenge with major implications. He believes that a dominant performance on fight night would immediately strengthen his case for a future title opportunity and push his name much closer to championship discussions. Benoit made it clear that his focus is no longer on who he wanted to fight originally. Instead, he is fully committed to proving that he belongs among the elite fighters in the division. With a convincing victory over Paddy, he believes he can make a powerful statement and take another major step toward earning a shot at UFC gold. Moving on to another news. During his recent interview with Complex, Conor reacted after being shown a greatest of all-time list that ranked Jon Jones ahead of him. The former two-division champion clearly disagreed with the rankings and did not hold back while explaining why he believes he deserves to be placed higher. Conor immediately compared their accomplishments and pointed to his knockout record as one of the biggest reasons for his argument. He noted that Jon has only 8 knockout victories, while he has 19, suggesting that his finishing ability has been far more impressive throughout his career. Conor also commented on the image used for Jon on the list, saying that he believed Jon looked physically soft in the photo. He argued that physical presence is an important part of greatness and claimed that the picture did not reflect someone who should be sitting at the very top of an all-time rank. He then shifted the discussion toward longevity, saying that the fight game is ultimately about who can survive the longest, continue competing, and remain relevant over time. According to Conor, many of the legends from previous generations have already stepped away, while he is still preparing to compete compete at the highest level. He explained that criticism and rankings like these only add more motivation and give him extra fuel heading into his return. Conor made it clear that he is determined to remind everyone what he is capable of when he steps back into the octagon. He closed by saying that despite John's legendary career and achievements, he still believes none of the current stars are operating on his level and intends to prove that inside the cage once again. Moving on to another news, Du Plessis recently appeared on the Fight Forecast show ahead of UFC OKC, where he shared his thoughts on his upcoming middleweight title defense against Kamaru Usman. Speaking about the main event, the reigning champion made it clear that he expects one of the toughest tests of his career, but he has no intention of allowing Usman to use him as the final stepping stone toward another championship run. Du Plessis explained that he fully expects Usman to bring the same physical style that has made him one of the greatest welterweights in UFC history. However, the champion believes that approach will not be enough to defeat him. According to Du Plessis, he is the most physical fighter in the middleweight division and feels completely confident that he can match Usman in every aspect of the fight. Despite his confidence, Du Plessis showed plenty of respect for his opponent. He described Kamaru as an absolute legend and said it would be an honor to share the octagon with someone who has accomplished so much in the sport. He also admitted that fighting a competitor of Usman's caliber forces him to perform at his absolute best, because anything less could result in defeat. That is exactly why Du Plessis said his entire training camp has been focused on becoming the best version of himself. He believes Usman will arrive highly motivated, knowing that a victory could earn him another title opportunity and potentially set up the perfect ending to an incredible career. Du Plessis acknowledged that many people are already talking about that storyline, with Usman chasing one final run at championship glory before eventually walking away from the sport. However, the champion made it clear that he has no interest in helping that dream become reality. He insisted that there is only one champion in the middleweight division, and that champion is him. Du Plessis plans to defend his title, stop Usman's momentum, and prove once again that he remains the undisputed king of the division. Moving on to another news, Conor made another eye-catching claim during the UFC 329 Media Day while discussing fighter pay and the financial impact of his return. According to Conor, Max Holloway is set to earn around 5 times more than his biggest previous fight purse simply because he is sharing the octagon with. He explained that he has always believed fighters deserve to be paid their true value and said he is happy to see salaries continuing to rise across the sport. Conor added that both the men and women competing in MMA are finally moving in the right direction financially, and he takes pride in helping push that change throughout his career. He believes his drawing power has created opportunities for fighters to earn bigger paydays, and he hopes that trend continues in the future. Conor also admitted that his role as an owner in bare-knuckle fighting championships sometimes puts him in a difficult position. On one hand, he wants to support fighters and help them receive better compensation. On the other hand, he also has a business interest that requires balance and responsibility. Even so, Conor emphasized that he will always see himself as a fighter first. He said he understands the sacrifices, hard work, and risks that athletes take every time they compete. According to Conor, without the fighters, there would be no events, no promotions, and no business at all. That is why he believes fighters should always receive the respect and rewards they truly deserve. Moving on to another news. Female Korean MMA fighter Hae-Yoon Song recently claimed that Jon Jones reached out to her on social media. According to her Instagram posts, Jon first liked one of her photos before later sending her a direct message containing an eyes emoji. Hae-Yoon Song, who currently has a professional MMA record of 0-2, shared screenshots of the interaction on her Instagram story, quickly drawing attention from fans online. The posts spread across social media, with many MMA followers discussing the exchange after the screenshots began circulating. Moving on to another news. Earlier this morning, Complex released an interview with Conor that had been recorded more than a week ago. During the conversation, Conor delivered a lengthy criticism of Khabib and questioned the legacy he left behind in the UFC. He argued that Khabib's career inside the promotion was much shorter than many people remember and claimed that only a small number of his victories came against the biggest names in the sport. Conor insisted that Khabib's resume is often praised more than it deserves and said he does not place it among the greatest achievements in MMA history. Conor then reflected on their own fight, explaining that he believes he entered the contest under extremely difficult circumstances. According to him, he had spent a long period away from competition, was dealing with major distractions outside the cage, and had been partying heavily before agreeing to the matchup. He also claimed that he was worth around $200 million at the time, making it difficult to regain the same hunger that had driven him earlier in his career. He continued by revealing that he fought Khabib despite carrying a broken toe into the contest. Conor pointed to his Netflix Netflix documentary, saying it showed the injury he suffered just weeks before the fight. Even with those setbacks, he argued that he still managed to compete for several rounds and believes those circumstances are often ignored whenever people discuss the result. Conor did not stop there. He also criticized Khabib for retiring early and claimed that he never tested himself by moving up to another weight class. He argued that true greatness comes from taking risks, chasing new challenges, and continuing to compete against the very best for as long as possible. Conor also questioned Khabib's finishing record, suggesting that he did not produce enough knockout victories compared to other legendary fighters. He finished by making it clear that he does not rate Khabib's overall legacy as highly as many fans do, and believes his own accomplishments required far greater risks throughout his UFC career. Moving on to another news, Bobby Green has revealed why his upcoming fight against Terrance McKinney at UFC 329 has become far more personal than many fans originally believed. On paper, the matchup makes perfect sense. Both fighters are known for their aggressive styles, constant pressure, and exciting performances inside the octagon. They have also enjoyed strong results in recent fights, making this one of the most anticipated lightweight contests on the card. While the matchup looks great from a competitive standpoint, Bobby says there is much more going on behind the scenes. Speaking with John Anik and Kenny Florian, Bobby explained that he and Terrance had previously agreed they would never fight each other because of the friendship they shared. According to Bobby, they both felt there were plenty of other opponents available, and there was no reason for friends to compete against one another. He believed that understanding was clear between them and expected it to be respect. Bobby said he later spoke directly with Terrance after hearing about the proposed matchup. He asked why Terrance wanted to fight and wondered if his friend believed beating him would bring more attention or help elevate his own career. From Bobby's perspective, the fight offered very little reward. He explained that if he won, critics would simply say he defeated an opponent who was not yet fully established. On the other hand, if Terrance won, many people would claim Bobby was past his prime and no longer the same fighter. Either way, Bobby felt the outcome would not improve his own standing. He also reminded Terrance that there were countless other fighters in the division they could compete against instead of facing someone they considered a friend. Bobby encouraged him to build his reputation by taking different matchups rather than targeting someone from his own circle. According to Bobby, Terrance initially agreed with that reasoning and assured him they would not fight each other. However, only about a week later, Terrance contacted him again and explained that the UFC had officially offered him the fight. Bobby said Terrance even showed messages involving his manager, but after looking at everything, Bobby came away with a completely different impression. He felt that Terrance and his team had actually been pushing for the matchup behind the scenes for weeks, despite previously agreeing not to pursue it. That realization completely changed Bobby's mindset. He said he has always lived by the rule that friends should never fight each other. Once he believed Terrance had actively chased the matchup, everything became personal. Bobby admitted he started feeling as though Terrance viewed him as an easy opponent or believed he could use his name to gain momentum. Because of that, he decided there would be no more discussions and no more hesitation. Instead of turning the fight down, Bobby accepted it and made it clear that they are now ready to settle everything inside the octagon.